You're leaving?
I don't want to leave you, but when they come, I need to be with my family.
Dracarys.
Another patron, Mama QB.
Mama QB, thank you, ma'am.
Says, how do you think Howland Reed will make his entrance on Game of Thrones? We've seen his younger self at the Tower of Joy, but what plot point do you think will bring him out of Greywater Watch as an older man? He didn't come to swear fealty to Jon and Sansa, which seems odd. Yeah,
yes.
You mentioned that before.
Yes, we talked about this, Mama QB, in Dragon Part 4, and the thing is here's my thing. Here's my little theory on Howland Reed. Howland Reed is not at Greywater Watch. Everybody, you know, he's said to be there.
Right.
You know, Joj and Amira say his father's at home. You know, why send? He should have been there a couple times. Number one, when Robb was named King of the North.
True.
Because he sent his kids to swear fealty to Robb.
That's right.
Supporting, you know, him after Ned's death, being his best friend. Why send your kids? And then now, Jon's King of the North, in the show at least, and he's not there again.
Uh-huh.
So Howland Reed is not at Greywater Watch. He's not in the neck. He is at...
logically deduce that.
Yes. He's up to something more important than that. And so... we talked about that in Dragon Part 4 when we kind of got down to actually what we think is going to happen. And there were two versions of that, but I'll just say this. Go watch that video for anybody who hadn't seen it yet. But I think he's at the God's Eye. And I think that's where we get the reveal. So I think he's already there. Or he's at least traveling there, studying up. He knows more about what's going on.
On that thought, when are we going to be introduced to that? To the God's Eye.
Yeah.
Will it be season 7?
I don't think so.
Damn it.
I don't think Jon's going to find out in season 7. Maybe at the very end when the wall crashes or something.
You don't think he's going to find out in season 7?
I don't think so. I mean, it's
That's going to let me
possible.
down.
I hope he does. But that may be almost a last minute thing before he realizes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because like I said, it kind of goes off the question we just had, right? When Bran comes, he misses Jon completely. Jon's already in the South.
That's right.
You know, going to see Dany and all that. So I don't think we're going to get it in season 7. I think it's going to be season 8
too. Yeah, but it does make sense because it helps build up to that epic.
Right.
You know, he has to find out at that time.
Yeah, and he needs to find out in a way that's not just somebody telling him to. He needs to get not burned. You know, I'd said this, you know, I started YouTube.
Yeah.
I said, you know, during season 5 that I think, in early season 6, I think that the funeral pyre would be a way for him to come back where his body doesn't burn.
Exactly, yes.
So, but people always also throw up the point in the books and in the show for that matter, where he burns his hand, saving
always bring that
Jorah Mormont.
Yep.
So I think that was in there to remind us, you know, the RLJ or kind of hint at that as far as reminding, you know, there's some kind of fire connection with Jon. He burned his hand, but it's also a parallel with Dany who burned her hands.
Absolutely.
So anyway, I think that would be very cool for him to survive a fire like Dany, at least in the show visually, so you could see that happen.
Yeah.
And then they go, what the fuck? And Dany's like, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe he is my brother's. Yeah, maybe he is my nephew.
I could see that.
So that'd be cool. He's got to have something magical, right? I mean, he's Stark and Targaryen.
Yeah. And good question, Mama QB, because
those
are the things we talk about all the time.
Those are the minor things with the show and the books that bug you. They're purposely left out because you just don't hear about him enough. You know just enough to piss you off.
Yep.
So you know he's up to something special, and I think he comes to the end game at the God's Eye.
And it's those thoughts though that will help you, you know, and whether you're right or wrong, come to a conclusion on how this is going to end.
Right.
Because you have to put those outline pieces
And that
together.
was actually, you know, that very question that I asked myself that I came up with my little theory in part 4
for the God's
about
Eye.
the ending of this whole thing.
Yeah.
The God's Eye location.
Yeah.
Because I was like, it makes no sense that Howland Reed's not been to Winterfell yet.
So
he is not
strange.
just sitting around in Greywater Watch taking care of the neck.
Exactly.
With all this going on, the War of the Five Kings, and, you know, Robb dying, Ned dying, and all that stuff, no. He's in the God's Eye. He's been there before. That's enjoy what he's doing.